Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the official weigh-in for the main event of the evening as Premier Boxing Champions presents the highly anticipated showdown between two of the best fighters in the world for the unified WBC and IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. This fight is promoted by TGB Promotions, Man Down Promotions, and DSG Promotions. And now let's take a closer look at what many consider the most significant and competitive fight of the year. In the red-hot welterweight division, it's Spence versus Garcia.
I bring the truth inside the ring. That's why I am the truth.
It's a one-round knockout for Errol Spence Jr.
Errol Spence is the closest thing to a complete fighter as you can find in boxing today.
And here is the challenger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the renowned two-division champion of the world, Danny Swift Garcia. And now introducing the defending world champion from Dallas, Texas, the undefeated, reigning and defending WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. All right, fans, here we go. Let's bring our main event fighters to the scale. Weight limit on this fight, 147 pounds. First, the challenger, seeking to regain the welterweight crown in his 10th world title appearance, the former two-division world champion, Danny Swift Garcia. 146 3/4 pounds, 146 3/4 for the challenger, Danny Swift Garcia. And now one of the stars of boxing today, in his 5th world title defense, the undefeated WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. 146.5 pounds, 146.5 pounds for the defending champion. We have a fight for the WBC and IBF welterweight championship of the world. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view main event of the evening. The Truth, Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Swift Garcia for the unified WBC and IBF welterweight championship of the world.
All right. All right, we are joined alongside by Danny Swift Garcia from Philadelphia, PA. Danny, what did you take away from that final stare down with Errol Spence Jr.?
You know, it's time to go. You know, the wait is done. The hard work is done. Now it's time to fight. Time to eat and fight.
How is it going down tomorrow night on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view against Errol Spence Jr.?
You know, I'm bringing my A game. You know, I'm hungry. I feel great physically, mentally, and now it's just time to go.
Good luck tomorrow, Danny.
Thank you.
Danny Swift Garcia joining us, and now I will come over to the unified welterweight champion of the world from right here in the Dallas area, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., who has an undefeated record. Errol, the last time we saw you inside the ring was over 14 months ago. You've been through a lot during the course of that year plus. How are you feeling just one day away until your matchup at AT&T Stadium?
I feel great. Been training hard. Been 100% focused. I'm ready to go come tomorrow night.
A win over Danny Garcia tomorrow night on pay-per-view does what for your legacy?
I mean, he's a great champion, so beating somebody like Danny Garcia means a lot, but I'm not thinking about my legacy. I'm thinking about my career. And I feel like me just beating him and after my accident and beating a guy with that type of level and his type of stuff that he achieved, I think it'd just be great.
Well, good luck tomorrow, Errol.
Thank you.
Errol Spence Jr., both men are determined. Both men are focused. They're ready to go. It all goes down tomorrow night on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view. Back to Kate and Sean.